Sorry, are you saying that you would like to add it in?
No, I mean, I would hope at this point in time, my view of this deal is plain, and that is every conversation we have about it, another glaring omission and what this council has considered about it and what we've been told about it is unearthed. So I don't feel that adding or clarifying who insures this acre plus of county property makes this bill, as amended or not, any better.
Thank you for sharing that.
Is there any further discussion? Okay, amendment number 2 to Council Resolution 89, 2019 has been moved and seconded. Can you please, and the discussion has taken place, Mr. Wimberly, can you please call the vote on the motion to approve amendment number 2 to Council Resolution 89, 2019?
Ms. Young?
No.
Dr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Rigby?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
No.
And Mr. Youngman?
Yes.
Okay, Council Resolution 89, 2019, as amended by Amendments 1 and 2, has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on the final amendment, the amended resolution? Ms. Walsh?
I will lodge one final futile, I imagine, reason for opposing this agreement, and that this sale, as is currently in whatever iteration it is, makes no requirement on the beneficiary, this singular developer who has been picked for this singular benefit, to actually do any of the many things that it has promised in the past or promises in the future to do. If on the day after this property is transferred to that entity, it decides to resell that bundle of handsomely aggregated properties to someone else at actual fair market value, there would be no barring that from happening, as far as I'm aware. But yet again, this council is hell-bent on approving this thing in its current form.
Any other comments? No? Okay, Mr. Wimberly, can you please call the vote?
Ms. Young?
I am voting against CR 89, 2019 this evening, which is a resolution transferring 1.07 acres of land at the intersection of Maryland, Route 108 and Columbia Road to a developer for $10,650. This land is needed for private road access, construction of a retaining way, and other easements, and thus is an integral part of the developer's plan. Moreover, the land may have other greater public value. It could be used for improving traffic flow, pedestrian safety, stormwater management, or an array of other uses. Equally important, this land is being given away by the county. The developer purchased 5 properties to amass enough land to create this 82-unit development. One of the properties purchased by the developer, 1.27 acres in size, was bought for $1,012,000. The average price of the 5 parcels purchased by the developer to create this development is $965,100. Only one parcel of these 5 parcels was greater than 1 acre, the one which sold for $1.12 million. The county's land is 1.09 acres and is being sold for a song. We are in a fiscal crunch that will worsen over time. Why would we give this land away to a developer? There are better uses for this land, the very least of which is to alleviate the traffic jam that occurs there every evening at peak hours, which will only be made worse when this development is completed. We need to do what is right for the citizens of Howard County. I am voting no against CR 89, 2019.
Dr. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Rigby?
Yes.
Ms. Walsh?
The one fact that we have learned since our last session, or at least our last work session on this hearing, is that the county administration sat on the true value appraisal of this land. We, the council, did not get through our auditors until June 25th, an appraisal that was done in February of this same year. That was never presented to us. It was never made public until after we asked again and again in a work session. That alone, I think, should be cause for concern among this body. Again, I have outlined the myriad of reasons why this is a terrible, terrible idea for county funds, particularly in an economic crisis that we find ourselves in, but mostly just because there are so many other better things to spend it on, even in the realm of what has been held out as why we would go ahead with such a bad idea, which is affordable housing. This project, once it gets this $1 million in land gift, plus another $1 million in fees in lieu, plus another $4 million that were proposed in last year's fiscal year budget, is $6 million benefit for a project that, as far as we have been told, this council is providing no more affordable housing units than is required by law. My vote is no.
And Mr. Youngman.
Yes.
Okay, Council Resolution 89, 2019, as amended by Amendments 1 and 2, passes.